Vlog number one. So I just got home from my first day of school. Mr. Blake said that he wants us to basically keep track of all our emotions, all our feelings on specific days for his class for the next 5 months, just to kind of track our growth and maturity. So I thought a cool way of doing it would be vlogging every day after school. So the first day was pretty good. I was excited to go to class this morning, especially Mr. Blake's class, because I had a very good experience last year. And I know I'm hoping that it'll be something similar to last year. I learned a lot last year. Came out a different person last year. So today we basically started with the same thing. We started off with getting to know me, and I kind of thought that I would know how to do it since I'd done it already last year, but I felt myself feeling like the same emotions I was last year. I was pretty much blank, as if I had no experience with it at all, because a lot has changed since the time when I wrote my first getting to know me last year in September. So I don't know if that's a sign of a lot of differences about to come up in these next 5 months. Then I'm kind of excited, kind of scared. We'll see how it goes. So I just got back home from school, and we got our second reflection back for Apocalypse Now, and I was just comparing how I did on this one versus how I did on our final practice reflection, and there is a huge difference in grades. I did a lot better on this than I did on the practice one, and I'm trying to think back as to why I might have done this. What have I learned throughout all the practice ones and the other ones that I've gotten to where I am now? Something that I found that I did differently was that before even starting anything for the relate and reflect, I basically thought of a situation or something in the past that's happened to me or to someone else, and I spent some time just sitting there and just reflecting on it myself, just thinking back to that day, thinking back to what has happened, what could have happened if I had said something differently, what would the outcome be. And I found these reflections to be very like therapeutic in a way for some like scenarios, for some situations that maybe I've held grudges against certain people that I was basically writing about. I found myself like slowly starting to like forgive them, especially doing new perspective. When I basically looked at their perspective, I could understand where they were coming from in a certain situation. So it made it a lot easier for me to see things from their point of view, and it made it a lot easier for me to forgive them. And it kind of made me upset that I got mad over something when I didn't even try to see something from their perspective. So that's something that's really helped me for the reflections, and I'm hoping to do that for our final reflection and seeing how that turns out. So I was thinking back to my last vlog, which was a few weeks ago, and I was basically watching and I was thinking that everything that I was talking about in that vlog was basically how to improve my marks. And I was thinking that, well, yes, marks and everything, they do matter a lot, and they're the basis of where we're going to be going in the next year. But I was thinking that all the time, effort, and struggle that is going on right now for this class, I want to gain something long term from it. I don't want to just have to go through all this, just get my mark and be done. I want everything that I'm going to do to basically have an impact on my life as I grow older. So something that I've learned in these past few weeks is to really try to apply everything that I'm learning to my actual life and see where I can make changes, where I can be better as a person. And I'm trying to find a way to apply my reflections, which is starting to really have an impact on me and the way I think. Trying to find like a way to apply that in my daily life. So we're nearing the end of the semester, and I'm starting to see a huge improvement in myself. Something that I've started to see is that in a lot of social interactions, like when I talk to my sister, my parents, my friends, basically anyone, and let's say we come to a controversial topic where we have differing opinions, I see that instead of going in with the attitude I had 5 months ago, which was that stay firm on what you believe is right, even if they're making sense to you. Don't really budge. I see that I'm going into these conversations more open minded. I'm going in ready to learn about new opinions and new perspectives. And the reflections are the main reason for that. And I want to thank Mr. Blake for basically giving us these assignments and teaching us these lessons. Although it may seem that it's just extra work piling up, I've come to realize that everything he has given us has had basically a reason behind it, a reason to make us better in a way. So I want to thank him for that. And it is something that I'm going to carry on for the rest of my life. And specifically, what I learned from the reflection, that is something that is going to shape the rest of my life.